Hey everyone, Seth Campbell here. Welcome back to Segway Plays Donkey Kong 64. Well, this isn't exactly where we left off in the last episode, but I decided to come back to Cranky's lab because I learned something since the last recording. It turns out I missed one little tiny piece of information about Jetpack when I was playing it. You have a weapon! Press B to fire lasers. It doesn't give you all that many points per enemy hit, but you can still destroy the aliens. This came to my attention because I saw the high score that Hazel had gotten, and I was just mystified. I'm still talking, so it's hard to focus here, and that's why I'm still failing miserably. But I was wondering how on earth my sister managed to get that score. I mean, she's way better than me at games, but I didn't think even she was that much better, so I figured there had to be something that I was missing. Did she just get lucky and get to a higher level where the score is like 10 times per everything? Or maybe was there one little element that I failed to notice? And I somehow went the entire 40 minutes that I spent recording this without pressing the B button. So when I looked up a video of Jetpack from Donkey Kong 64, I noticed something a little bit different about the play style of whoever was playing it in this video than the way I'd been playing it. It was almost as if this is a crucial part of the game and probably the only way you're expected to survive. I've done some seriously stupid shit in my Let's Plays so far. The Forsaken Fortress in Wind Waker comes to mind. The green bananas in the Angry Aztec Temple come to mind. This is by far, I think, the height of my Let's Play stupidity. This, like, I actually called Hazel at one point and said, how did you get that highest score? And she said, I don't know. I just got lucky. I just, played well, I guess. But I was asking from the standpoint of thinking that there was no laser. And she was responding from the standpoint of assuming that even I couldn't be so stupid as to not think that there was a laser. And so it never even came up. And that... So, for those of you 3 episodes ago, or whatever it was, I record in batches, so it's hard to keep track exactly, who were screaming at your screen, "No, you idiot!" Just know that however mad you were at me, I am far, far madder at myself. That, my friends, is a glimpse into the life of Seth Campbell, not just the gaming habits of Seth Campbell, but of the kind of lack of common sense and missing easy details. In my defense, I will say that they never do explicitly tell you the controls of Jetpack. But still. That was something. That was something that happened. Anyway, why did I switch to Lanky Kong? Because Lanky Kong, as indicated by this array of bananas and coins, is for some reason... Hang on just a moment here. The only Kong that can enter this here box. Otherwise, it's just a ghostly box. To return to being lanky, press and hold Z, and then press C left. We are Enguarde the Swordfish. This is the Enguarde that Wrinkly Kong had mentioned. Basically, swim around, press A to swim quickly, and press B to do an attack with your nose. Much like Rambi attacks with his horn, Enguarde attacks with his pointy sword nose. He cannot collect Lanky's bananas, unfortunately, so we will have to come back. For those of you who saw what appeared to be a large swordfish skeleton in Cranky's lab and were worried about the fate of our swordfish friend from the Donkey Kong Country era, you needn't worry. He is very clearly alive and well and possessed by Lanky Kong right now. And there is a banana in one of these chests. But don't be too hasty to return to Lanky Kong, because there are a few things that Enguarde can do. Make sure we got all the chests. No, I see another one. Are there any down here? I don't think so. No. Okay. That's what happens when you venture too far. There's some green coins, but not much else down here other than a Trough and Scoff portal. Where's the box? There's the box. I want to do one more thing as Enguarde here in the first area. And that is the big door with his picture on it. Hi-ya! I don't know if a swordfish could actually pull that off. Possibly. Oh, blue coins. Let's see. There really isn't anything in this alcove, is there? Nope. Just inexplicably a few yellow bananas. But anyway, now that we've opened the chests, those showed a lot of blue bananas and a golden banana, so let's go around and collect those. So yeah, I don't really know what the deal is with Rambi and Enguarde in Donkey Kong 64, because in Donkey Kong Country, for example, you didn't transform into them, you rode atop them. So is this the same Rambi and Enguarde? Is this a reincarnation? Is this a channeling of their spirits? I don't know. I don't know if any official explanation was ever given. If there was, feel free to let me know in the comments. I don't trust myself to be right on anything anymore after what happened with Jetpack. I am shaken now. Let's see, any other blue bananas? Alright, none that I see. At least at the moment. So, while we have Lanky with us, I want to go back to Area 2 because some of you may have noticed in the last episode, as we swam by it or swum by it. Swam or swum? I think we swum by it. I think. And yes, I know there's a Lanky switch there. I will deal with that in time. But you may have noticed, if you were watching very closely, that there was another Enguarde box. Get the bananas. Oh, missed it. Now, what can we do as Enguarde here? Well, there are some chests. Doesn't seem to be anything in that one. Okay, yellow bananas under the wreckage here. That's worth remembering. Green bananas under the wreckage. Okay, some purple coins. Maybe there were coins in the others and I just couldn't see them because they're ghostly. But I will see them when the appropriate Kong is here. Are there any other chests? I don't remember off the top of my head. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so what else can we do? Well, if we swim fast to the surface, we can leap out of the water and go flying through this DK star, if we aim it correctly. You have to build up some serious speed. It's pretty forgiving. You don't have to go through it perfectly. Basically, as long as you touch it, you'll get it. And you have to hit it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. And that will open a gate to, I forget exactly what Wrinkly called it, but let's just go with the treasure room. And I believe, unless I missed a chest somewhere, that's basically all we need Enguarde for. Thanks, buddy. Good to see you again. So, on these stacks of giant gold coins. On this side of the room, there is a Lanky pad. And there's another Lanky pad. These coins even have bananas on them. Why can't we take some of these? That'd be nice. Oops. Bumped into the wall there, and that's enough to deflate me, evidently. Just get this blue banana. And there's a bonus barrel. Let's see what we got. Searchlight Seek. I don't think we've done this one yet. Find and shoot all the claptraps. Press A to fire a melon. Yep. Pretty simple. Basically, it's dark. You have a light attached to your weapon that launches watermelons. And you have to find the claptrap and anticipate its path. It's not too difficult, at least in this form. They can turn somewhat erratically, though, so you have to keep on your toes, but shouldn't be too difficult. Unlike certain other games involving claptraps that I could mention at this point in time. So, that's another banana for Lanky. But you'll notice there are some things for other Kongs in here, including Diddy Kong. I'm actually going to hold off on the Tiny Kong barrel and that chest there for just a moment. Gotta kind of stand off the side of the Diddy pad if you want to bring out your peanut pop gun, because otherwise you'll just jump. Now, this is interesting. It's the yellow-haired Kasplat on top of this stack of coins, but Donkey Kong can't get up here. So, what do we do? Do we try to knock him off the edge and defeat him so that the yellow blueprint falls down into the water and then quickly changing the tag barrel to Donkey Kong? No, that's not going to work. We'll have to see how that goes. But meanwhile, it's time for a stealthy snoop. Sneak around the maze. I remember this particular version of Stealthy Snoop giving me a lot of trouble as a kid. I don't know if it's that hard or I was just that bad at it. Kind of the interesting thing going on here is that, yeah. What I was saying is, it's kind of interesting. We've kind of done a bit of a role reversal from the opposite stack of coins where Lanky Kong had a bonus barrel, because in that game we were running the searchlights looking for the Kremlings. And now the Kremlings have the flashlights and they're looking for us. Okay. It's that. There is the exit, but do I get to it through this way? And which way is this guy going to turn? No, okay, it's not this way. Probably more efficient just to get caught.
Welcome to bonus
Just in
stage.
terms of needing the time we lost going that way. Nope. Okay, he turns left. Ah. Speaking just for myself, in reality, I am terrible at
Welcome to bonus
being
stage.
sneaky in general. Like, you know, again, no depth perception, very clumsy, so chances are I'm the idiot in the horror movie who will step on the twig or fall down or sneeze or stub my toe and scream in pain. That would be me every time. Like, anytime I was supposed to stay, like, hidden in a closet to play a prank on somebody as a kid, I would not be able to stop myself from laughing just because I was nervous. In fact, there's actually a story I can tell related to that as I try to sneak my way through this
Welcome
maze.
to bonus stage.
So there was a time, the guys in my mentor's band, The Brew, who I've mentioned before. Can I beat him around the corner? Yes, I can. They were all staying in our family home once because we were doing a show up near there, and I figured rather than stay at like a hotel or a bed and breakfast or something, you know, my family had a nice home with a lot of guest space, so we just have everybody there. And one member of the band, who shall remain nameless, fell asleep very early. And so we were just like, oh, you know, we can't, well, you know, just we can't pass up this opportunity. Okay, this is the wrong way. I probably should have known that based on where we could see the exit from. So we can't pass up this opportunity to mess with him a little bit. So I had my Irish penny whistles up there because I would play Irish penny whistle when I was performing with these guys. Yes, I'm not kidding. I'm not going to make it. Might as well... Oh, well, I'm not going to get caught, but I'm not going to make it in time. So it's the straight-through path at the four-way intersection. Anyway, so... We had this... The rest of us are downstairs scheming. And we had this idea... okay, how are we going to mess with him? And so we said, okay, I'll take one of my Irish penny whistles, one of the really... Because I've got a bunch of different keys, and there are a bunch of different sizes, so let's take one of the really big ones that has the low, quieter notes. And I'll sneak into the room, because he was a pretty sound sleeper in general. It's like, I'll sneak into the room, I'll sneak into the closet, and I'll just play a couple of low sort of drone notes over and over, and wait until he notices. And when he opens the closet and finds me just there, like say, "Oh, you found my practice space." Or something I should have warned you I do this, or something. Something like that. And we all thought this was hilarious. One problem we noticed is that he had locked his door. I guess he'd been subjected to these things one too many times. So what we had to figure out first a way to get him to unlock his door. So we figured, okay, like if we wake him up and get him to unlock the door, he'll probably be tired enough that he won't remember to relock it. And so, like, we knocked on the door. We said, we got a change of plans for getting to the venue tomorrow. We got to wake up at this time. That, incidentally, is how Donkey Kong gets up here. Once you collect that banana, a banana port pad number 4 appears. Whoop, whoa, careful. Careful. And that gets us back out here. So, I'm going to switch to Donkey Kong and go up to get his blueprint while I continue to tell this story. So we knocked on the door loud enough to wake him up. None of us are proud of this, incidentally. We realized in hindsight it was kind of mean. But, and we were right. He forgot to relock it. So we waited another, half hour, 45 minutes to make sure he was asleep. So then we all go upstairs. They're all filming this on their phones. And we're trying to sneak in, and we just can't stop giggling. Like, we're trying to, have me sneak past... Why am I on Tiny Kong? To have me sneak past the bed and toward the closet, and I'm just, crawling down on the floor to avoid making any noise or detection, but I just can't stop giggling. And because I can't stop giggling, none of the other guys can stop giggling. And so finally, this band member, who shall not be named, just kind of goes over and like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I hadn't quite gotten to the closet yet, but... So basically, he rolls over and he sees me, crawling toward the closet with one of my Irish penny whistles in my hand. And 3 guys with phones filming me. So yeah, it didn't work because I do not have... No! Crud. Trying to think what the quickest... Because I could switch to Diddy, go back up there, or I could just swim back out. So yeah, suffice to say, I am not stealthy, and that's why that prank failed miserably. I'm gonna meet you back up there. Oh, oops. Forgot about this. Different alcove here. I forgot to go this way. Okay, before we go further that way, I'm going to go back and now I'll meet you. Back on top of the stack of coins. There's actually no real point in cutting it out now since I'm right here. That didn't go as planned. Oh, I landed on his head. I didn't know you could do that. Haha. It's like the old games. You jump on their head. Can I defeat him this way? Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Okay, now I'll meet you back up there. I'm not even going to risk that anymore. Alright, let's try this again. This ought to work. Got it. And I want to switch back. Like I said, I'm saving Tiny Kong's thing in here for a little bit. I want to change back to Diddy Kong because there are some red bananas on the path out. Wait, are those yellow coins? No, just camera film. So as we make our way back out, I think that will do it. I can just get this one. Thank you. For this episode, we had Enguarde smash up some chests and blockades for us, as well as do a nice aerial show. We completed a couple of bonus barrels, got Donkey Kong's blueprint. Yeah, I think we're good for the moment. So I will see you in the next episode.